What's up, guys? My apologies for being away for hell over 2 weeks now. Um, I was a bit under the weather for a bit, um, plus some vacation time. Um, yeah, I hope you guys been doing well, man. Sorry I've been out of touch. Unfortunately, I didn't come on, and I've had some good winners over the last 2 weeks, kind of on a win streak. If I get a chance to, I would try to post some of the winners or all the winners that I've had. I actually hit a plus 10,000 play. Didn't make 10,000 on it, unfortunately, but I made 2,000 off a $20 bet in the Virgil Ortiz fight. Did a long shot prop for him to get dropped in the first and to win the fight, and it happened. All right, so that along with some other plays that I made had some success. And guys, I'm coming to you today because if I'm right about this fight, this could be one of the bets of the year, and I want to get the information out there to you guys ASAP before there is a possible change in the odds. All right, a guy that I am not high on at all, and I've talked about it in the past, Alan Picasso Romero. All right, he was on the undercard of the Jaime Munguia John Ryder fight. That was the first time I saw the guy. That was in January. I was not impressed. They were pushing the guy. He's a decent offensive show. He throws good punches, all this and that. But the guy is very hittable in my opinion. And I think he's overhyped and overrated. Fact of the matter is, in that fight, he went a full 10 rounds with a journeyman. Now, Eric Ruiz was a guy who had not been stopped, but clearly was a journeyman. If you go to his box rate right now, you will see that he is 1-6 in his last 7 fights. All right, 1-6. He actually had a fight like 2 months after the Picasso fight in which he lost again. But the beginning of this year, this guy was going a full 10. Also got hurt. I think his rib got hurt in that fight. Around the 4th round, I watched the fight, most of the fight last night again. He got hurt in the 4th round. He started slowing down in the 4th round. All right. His volume dipped, and that was probably because of the injury. But he had, another fight Picasso did on the undercard of the Canelo Jaime Munguia fight. He had an untelevised fight in which he got a 5th round stoppage. I came on, talked about that. I bet against him. Unfortunately, I lost that fight. All right, he was fighting, I believe it was Damian Vasquez is the guy's name. All right, a guy who was a former world title challenger who I thought had a chance against him. Now he is fighting a guy who is better than Vasquez in my opinion. All right, a guy in the boxing world, he is known as Crazy A, Azat Hovhannisyan. All right, I believe I'm pronouncing the guy's name right. Hovhannisyan, I believe, is 21-4 with 17 KOs. He has been in with the likes of Ray Vargas. He's been in with Luis Neri. That was his last fight, which was a year and a half ago at this point. All right, guys. When it comes to Crazy A, 2 of his losses I'm not even really counting or acknowledging. His first loss was his first fight in 2011. All right, he's been a pro for that long. That was his first loss. I'm not counting that against the guy. His second loss came in 2014. Again, that was 10 years ago. I'm not counting that against the guy. The guy has clearly improved and became one of the best in the world in his weight class since then. All right, now his third loss came to Ray Vargas. He lost by a 12-round decision. No shame in that loss. Vargas, at the top of the sport in his division, a world champion, a guy who had a significant size and reach advantage over Hovhannisyan. All right, so no shame in that loss. All right, And of course, his last fight, it was his 4th loss against Luis Nery. Again, no shame in that loss. He got stopped in the 11th round. Now, I'm thinking, when I saw it on his box rec, I'm thinking, man, you know, well, he got to be tough. He went to the 11th with Nery, who has a big punch. So the guy got to be tough. How did he get stopped? Was it a body shot? Did he get knocked out over to the head? The highlights, the DAZN highlights are on YouTube. I watched them. Guys, that was a bad stoppage. Now, I'm not saying that he was winning the fight, would go on to win the fight. Nothing like that. But that was a bad stoppage by the ref, in my opinion. He got buzzed at the end of the 10th round. I think he might have gotten dropped. I can't remember, but he definitely got buzzed. I think he did go down. But then he came out in the 11th. They were fighting a little bit. He got buzzed again, and the ref immediately stopped the fight. All right, I think that was wrong. With a back and forth fight like that, you know, you don't just stop the fight because the guy wobbles. All right, he didn't go down hard. He didn't go down cold. He didn't back away in a quick move. Nothing like that. He was protesting the stoppage. I think his corner protested the stoppage. So, you know, I'm not, you know, it's not like he don't have a chin or he don't have heart. The guy's tough. He has heart. You know, he throws bombs. All right, the guy has a legit punch. Guys, when I first saw this line a few days ago, I believe it was Wednesday, because I was looking into playing Jason Rosario over Jared Hurd. That was when I first saw this line. I think he opened up at like a plus 300 something underdog. Then you know, bettors started putting money on Picasso. He went up to like in the plus 400s. Then ultimately went as high as a plus 500. I put money on the plus 500. Now since then it has come down. The highest I'm seeing it currently, Betway has it at a plus 450, but I think FanDuel has plus 440, and I think most of the other books have them at a plus 400. I was waiting for the props to be released. FanDuel is giving great props, all right? Great round props. Hell, you can get a plus 10,000 on him between, well, not between, but in individual rounds, 1, 2, and 3. You can get a plus 10,000. Now, you know, I'm not playing that. I was gonna play group round bets, but FanDuel not allowing huge wagers on those props. Obviously, I think they're giving like plus 1,900 for rounds 1 through 6. You know, those are great odds, guys. I forget what the numbers are on 1 through 3 and 1 through 4. I was looking at those also. But you know, those might be things that you want to look at. But I just played the plus 700 knockout. All right, playing that along with the money line play that I made, I will get a good return on this fight. If he wins by knockout, if he just wins the fight, I'll be good. But if he wins by knockout, which I think he has a great chance at doing, and I think he will have to, because this fight is in Mexico. This is actually on the undercard of that Mayweather Gotti rematch. All right, it's gonna be on DAZN, unfortunately pay-per-view, but it will be able to be viewed. All right, guys, I was not impressed with Picasso. Picasso is 24. He's young. He's 28, 0-1. He has not fought a guy like Hovhannisyan. All right, this will be the best guy on his resume. Hell, I think up to this point, Damian Vasquez is, because Vasquez was a former world title challenger. But this guy is better than Vasquez, in my opinion. Has a bigger punch than Vasquez. You know, guys, Picasso is defensively poor, man. He was getting hit flush by a journeyman in Eric Ruiz. Got his rib messed up by this guy. Eric Ruiz, who was not the fighter that Crazy A is. He doesn't have the punch Crazy A is. You know, has not been in with the competition that this guy's been in. Crazy A's been in with Ray Vargas and Luis Nery, guys that are way better than Alan Picasso. All right, and he went deep into fights with those guys. The odds makers actually think that this fight is going a distance. You know, I don't think so. I think one of these guys will get stopped. This is a 12-round fight. Alan Picasso, who was not great defensively, going a full 12 with this guy who has a really good punch. I don't see it, man. I watched Crazy A's fight before the Neri fight. I forget the guy's name. It's on YouTube, the Zone highlights. It was a second round knockout. You had to look it up. It was a black guy. I forget what country he was from. They said he was an Olympian. The guy was, you know, he seemed like a guy with good talent. I think he was 15-1. You know, he was playing the boxing game with Crazy A. Crazy A was still looking good, but you know, he started getting in a firefight with Crazy A, and man, it did not go well for the guy. He got dropped twice, and the fight was stopped. And the guy is the same height as Picasso. So while Picasso has, you know, 2 inches in height and I think like 5 inches in reach on Crazy A, I don't think that's gonna be a big factor, guys. You know, I can see him closing the gap. Hell, he's not gonna have to find this guy, because I believe Picasso's gonna be, you know, trying to have a fight with him, be in the middle of the ring, exchanging all this and that. I don't think he's gonna try to play the boxing game. But I see Hovhannisyan being aggressive. I think he's gonna have to get a knockout to win this fight in Mexico. So the guy's been out of the ring for a year and a half. He's 36 now. You know, he's coming off a war. You know, you could try to count those things against him, but you know, I'm not. You know, this guy's a dog. He's gonna go for it, and he's fighting a young, inexperienced on the world level guy who is very hittable. All right. While he might have more fights than Hovhannisyan, he has not been a pro as long as Hovhannisyan, and he has not been in with the competition that Hovhannisyan has been in with. So, you know, guys, I think this is a great opportunity, man. If this fight plays out the way I think it will, you know, plus 440 or plus 450 as high as I'm seeing it currently, and hell, it could change. More money could come in on Picasso. So, but you know, if you guys are interested in playing this fight, I would recommend hopping on it as soon as possible, in case, you know, some sharps get in on these odds, man. Plus 700 on this guy to win by knockout. That's, you know, against a guy that's hittable, inexperienced on the world level. That's a must play in my opinion. All right. So really, I think that's it, guys. I wanted to come on to you guys about this, man. This fight will be Saturday night on the undercard of the Mayweather Gotti exhibition rematch. All right. Look into this, guys. I think this is a good opportunity, a good chance to make some money. You know, plus 450, plus 440, plus 400, plus 700. Hell, even higher if you do the group round bets that FanDuel is giving, even though they will not let you place a large wager. So I just decided to play the knockout to satisfy what I like to make up this fight. All right. So that's it, guys. You know, let me know what you guys think. Good luck to you if you play this fight or any wagers that you place this weekend. And I'll check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.